Hannah, welcome back to the show. Thanks so much for coming back on. It's been ages.
Thank you, Katie, for inviting me.
I'm sure everyone's going to be really looking forward to listening to this as well, because obviously you're a little bit more hidden now. So everyone's going to be like, yay, Hannah's back. Just quickly, before we get into the show, do you want to just give yourself a quick intro, a little bit about you?
Yes, my name is Hanna, and I'm a managing director and the owner of London Lash Pro, and another brand which I've recently launched called Miss Dolla.
Wonderful. And Miss Dolla is actually sponsoring the podcast as well. So you'll be able to see in the show notes everything more about Miss Dolla and the discount codes that Hannah has kindly given us for that also. So you actually come on the podcast before, episode 29. We're now 100 and something. So we are 2 years later. People can go back and listen to your story and your background, which I highly recommend to all of the listeners to go and listen to, because that was such a motivational episode. But now we're fast forwarding 2 years. Give me a life update. What's going on?
Right. Well, we've been through lockdown, right? We had 2 tough years of the lockdown, you know that. And then at the end of the lockdown, I've got pregnant, and I've got the most beautiful little girl in the world. And she's now 10 months, and she's called Mila. She's the lovely, happy little booba. and I love being a mommy. And I think I had the most wonderful 10 months of my life this last 10 months.
Oh, that's so wonderful. And she is absolutely gorgeous. So it's just the best thing being a mummy, isn't it?
It is. I didn't realize that it's actually so much fun. I'm like, all my friends who don't have kids, when I'm talking to them, I'm highly recommending them to get pregnant. But because it's so much joy, you know that, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's the best thing ever. The best gift, but the hardest job in the world at the same time.
Yes.
And talking about jobs, like you was obviously on maternity, you're running a huge business, London Lash. Yep. How did you manage kind of pregnancy and your time? Did you get strict with time and running a business, or did it kind of all roll into one?
Yeah, well, for a while I was thinking about my business, and business became bigger and it was becoming more and more complex, in particular in finance field, in operational field, you know, how to manage warehouse when you've got 30 people working in the house. It just became more and more complicated. So I thought that it would be great potentially to employ a team of directors who can help me to manage the business. So our initial plan was they are working alongside me, but if I'll meet on my way somebody who is great, who is smarter than me, who is as entrepreneurial as me, I could potentially step away and let this person to run the business on my behalf. So when I became pregnant, it was kind of a push for me to start working on it and start building the team. So while I was pregnant, I've just got to the agency who was employing those high breed professionals, and we've got the whole team organized. We've got a finance director, we've got operational director, we've got marketing director. Abby, she's still working with. She started working with me when she's 22, and now we've promoted her to the marketing director position. So yes, and I've got the team managing the business. I've got CEO now as well, Billy. He used to be a finance director, now he became a CEO, and now I'm not managing London Lash. That's all.
Wow. Isn't it amazing when you have a baby, or well, when you fall pregnant? Because I was exactly the same. When I fell pregnant, it was like, right, I'm pregnant, I've got to sort life out, I've got to sort business out. You completely change your way of working.
Yeah, and it's great, isn't it?
It always works out for the best.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It feels like I still have the business run actually much more efficiently than with me. Uh, Everything's going well, we're growing, and I'm not working there. How amazing is that?
It is amazing. It is amazing. Did you find that, because London Lash is huge, everyone knows that. Did you find it's a bit of a let go, like having these CEOs come in, these directors? Did you find it really hard to let go, or was you like, no, I'm fine with this?
Well, until I was given a birth, I was really supporting of my new staff members um, with me being present on with all the decision making. I was present on all the meetings, and I was trying to export my head into their heads, because they are not obviously lash technicians, and I suppose our industry, it's not, it's not a B2C market, so it's a kind of different rules applied, and it's not completely B2B business, because it's not like we are selling I don't know, like packs of notepads to businesses. It's different. So it's kind of a bit of a mix between B2C and B2B. Marketing is very much like a B2C business. So it's a very individual approach to the. It's a very personal approach. We don't sell catalogs like other B2B businesses do, not through the doors showing how much office furniture we sell. No, it's different. We're engaging with physical people, so it's a bit of a interesting business we all have. So yeah, it took some time to export all my thoughts into their heads, but once I've given a birth, this is where I've completely step away from all the processes, and they've done an amazing job, because they didn't have me. They made their own decisions, and all the decisions that they've made have been amazing.
Yeah, it's really incredible. And what I've really found over the podcast the last few months now is we've had women entrepreneurs on that are really high when it comes to business. Like they've gone past the 6 figures, they're turning over the 7 figures, the 8 figures. And the mindset shift and the way that you have to run business is so different to what we used to run it when it was like 5 figures and 6 figures. The learning we have to go through, the change in business we have to go through, the different people that we have to get on board. And it's really, really incredible the difference that you've got to be as a entrepreneur.
Yes, it's interesting. It's different. It's interesting. It's a completely new world of everything. Even dealing with even doing the interviews for those, high-paid professionals. They all, they've been working in this amazing big companies on those big positions. So I remember the first interviews, I was so scared. I was scared of them because they're so clever. and I was sitting there like a little girl. It's very interesting, but this is you need to adapt, isn't it? You do need.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously we've fast forwarded the 9 months of pregnancy, your baby girl is here, and maternity comes. And I don't know about you, but well, actually I do know about you. We're very similar, but you're having this baby, but there's also a lot of headspace.
Yeah.
Like baby's sleeping a lot, feeding, changing. But I just remember it being like, okay, I can still work with this newborn. I still got all of this free time. And my mind was going crazy, and I ended up setting up new things. So, well, how did you find maternity, and did you have any light bulb moments?
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting that you said you do have headspace, isn't it? You might not have time, but you do have headspace and ability to think, ability to dream and create in your head. So my thing was I've started another business while I was on maternity leave. It's a nail business called Miss Dolla. Why I even decided to do that? Well, first of all, I always wanted to start another business which would sell products to B2C market, to normal people, to not to professional market, to normal people. And then what's happened while I was in maternity, one of my friends, good friends, my employee, maybe you know her, Marilyn, she's left to work for one of the very big B2C gel polish brands. And she went to work there as a brand director. And I was like, ooh, nails, how interesting. And I thought, well, nails, actually, you know, why not? That's a really interesting thing. And it's such a popular thing. It's such a colorful thing. It's just so much space for marketing and ideas and everything. And I thought, oh, let me have a look at that too. And initially I thought that it will be a B2C brand, but we've changed our mind when we've started doing the brand. Now we decided that it's going to be a brand for professionals only, and then later we will see. But yeah, the fact is fact. You know, I've got carried away with this idea, and I've started the brand.
Wow, that's brilliant. Do you know, it actually makes me wonder, because I'm currently pregnant at the moment. It's just a lot of people know that now. Well,
Are you pregnant? No,
I'm pregnant.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god! How many months?
I'm 3 months. I actually had my scan this morning.
Oh my god, that's so cool! Did you find out the gender?
Not yet. We'll find out on the 1st of May. But because I know how this pregnancy, maternity stuff works, and I done it with Lola, this time I'm thinking, oh God, what am I going to be starting next? And listening to you, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to be starting next?
But it's a wonderful time, isn't it? While you're pregnant, you can just build those bricks in your head. You know exactly what you're going to do. And once your baby is off to the nursery or to nanny, you're like, here we go, now I'm going to start. So it's great. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure you'll come out of maternity with something new in your head.
Yeah, definitely. So talking to you is giving me a buzz already. So obviously Miss Dolla was born, and obviously you've gone into nails, which is a completely different market to what you're currently in. And obviously there is hundreds of gel brands on the market, as we all know. I'd say there is with lashes too, but you conquered the lash market massively. You dominated that. Nails, I would say, is a much bigger industry currently. Why would someone choose Miss Dolla Nails over any of the other brands?
Well, first of all, I'm thinking that the approach I took with London Lash was successful. So I'm going to apply exactly the same rules. Good quality, trying to get a great, if possible, great quality product, tested by professionals, approved by professionals, affordable prices. At the moment, we are charging £7.50 for 8 ml bottle, and £8 for tops and base coats. Operationally, the same approach: fast delivery, affordable delivery, if not free delivery, easy returns, easy refunds. If any problems, get back to us. We're always happy to replace straight away, not even a problem. Ability for customer to get involved and influence the development process. So if somebody text me and say, Hanna, you know, I don't know, I've seen this product on the market, you don't have it in stock, will you have it? And I'll say, yes. Will you help me to develop it? Will you help me to test it? Yes, let's do it together. So really open to ideas, feedback from people. And I think that's something that they like as well, because we do something together. And obviously support to the community, as I did with London Lash. I'm trying to do the same with Miss Dolla. We're now started to give away the free training kits to the training academies, forever discounts for students, so they have affordable polishes to work with. We are sharing all the nail technicians who work with our products, and not even working with our products or other products, we're sharing their work on social media. If somebody would like to become an ambassador, I would like to have a proper kind of a support system where we could share this person's work on our social media, where we could have an information about the salons, those salons for ambassadors on our website. So I'll do from my side everything to help those businesses to grow, to develop, to charge more money, etc. Anything I can do, I will do. So the same rules apply, and hopefully it will be as successful.
Yeah, definitely. And we've actually got your colours in my salon at the moment, and my girls absolutely love them, and the clients love them even more. Like, the colours are gorgeous, the products lasting just as long as anything else. Sometimes it's always really worrying when you change brands.
Yeah.
No one likes change, do they? No one likes change. And especially salon girls, I can vouch for them. They hate change. I'm like, here you go, here's a new product. They're like, no. I got me dealing with the complaints and clients not liking it. But I was like, you need to try this. They were like, oh my God, the colours, straight away. They love the colours. And the change went down a treat because they absolutely loved it, and we're sticking with your brand in the salon moving forward as well. So I can vouch that the product works, it does what it says on the bottle, and the colours are literally amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, we've got still some work to do on some colours. The ones which have a white pigment. I couldn't work it out before. And one nail technician, she told me, what, those colors which have white pigment inside of them, they're rarely applied in one coat. You need to apply them in 2 or 3 coats sometimes. And it was, it's the white pigment, because I was getting so annoyed with those. Yeah, so that's just something we need to work on. But those colors that I've sent you, I sent you loads of new colors. They're lovely.
They're absolutely gorgeous. I've actually got the red on now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, they're lovely.
I'm happy. Yeah, any feedback, tell me. I'll be working on improvements.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you're just always so invested in the brands. But do you feel that because you've stepped away from London Lash, is this now your new baby? And do you think you'll start being how you was in London Lash with Miss Dolla? Or are you still going to keep them barriers up where you've got the directors and the CEOs helping you with Miss Dolla?
You mean for the future?
Yeah, because it's so very easy to go into the business, isn't it, and just go back to how we was and be working non-stop and all of that, but are you still keeping it very structured like you are with London Lash?
London Lash is completely delegated, so I'm not planning to even, I will little bit come back to it. So I will probably spend 2 hours a day on London Lash. With Miss Dolla right now, I'm full in. I'm the same Hanna as I was 6 or 7 years ago when I started Miss Dolla. I'm talking to people myself. I'm sending the messages, sending the love hearts. If you text Miss Dolla on Instagram, it will be me. I've got a little helper as well, but mostly it will be me who is replying all those messages. So I'm exactly the same. Then later, I will start getting first proper stuff, first maybe part-time, then full-time, and they'll start build the next don't want to say empire.
The next empire for sure.
Business. So, and I'll be stepping away, and hopefully eventually will be able to do the same as I do with London Lash, have the management working there, and I've stepped away completely and I start another project.
Definitely. Oh, so much to learn from you, Hanna.
Yeah, but I like the process, isn't it? It's just giving you, and then if having the first sales, and then the first positive feedback, and the people texting you, you're just like, woohoo! It's just so amazing, and I feel so much energy now. And I was so bored on maternity, even though Mila is lovely, but it's business-wise, I was really bored. And now I just feel so much energy from all this feedback and talking to people. I think it's amazing. So I think I'm just a serious business starter. I just start one business, set it, next business.
Yeah, definitely. So I must say, obviously, having two businesses, being a new mum, how are you managing day to day? What does day to day look like for you? Because I'm sure so many people are interested in that.
Yeah. Well, I've got, for Mila, I've got nanny. I've made a decision to not put her in the nursery, or simply because she didn't sleep in the cot initially, and she slept only in the stroller. And I thought, oh, it will take so much trying for her to get to sleep somewhere, you know, in the bed in the nursery. So I thought, okay, let's just do a nanny. It will be like a softer detachment approach. And so nanny is coming at 8:30 in the morning, and she's staying with Mila all day. She's leaving at 5:30, so I can work without any problems. I come downstairs to play with Mila, to breastfeed Mila. I'm still breastfeeding. And I think it's just lovely because she's right next to me. She's happy, she's playing, she's engaged. And I'm able to see her, and she's able to see me as well. So I think it's really working nicely. Yeah. And I
love it. It's really nice work-life balance, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I really like it. So yeah, and they were going to the playgrounds every day, so Mila could play and see other kids. So yeah, I don't feel too bad not having her in nursery. I think that having a baby at 10 months old in nursery is kind of sad. They're still babies.
I remember mine went at 6 months, and I was like, this is, I was a single mom, and all I had was her and work, and I was like, I need to have some space and obviously work as well without a child. But it's so hard them going to nursery.
Absolutely, yes, but it's needed, isn't it? So it's needed. I think I was just lucky that I was able to, you know, afford that nanny option. But generally, I think that's yeah, that's sad, but it's needed, isn't it? We need to work to to provide the family, so they don't need to go to nursery.
Yeah, and when you're wired a certain way anyway, you want to work. It's not even sometimes the fact that you have to work, you want to work.
Yeah, and you need to work, isn't it, for your good mental health, isn't it? For you? Yeah, true.
So let's lastly move on to Ukraine. Obviously, there's so much awful stuff going on there right now. And I know you're reaching out to people that need help there. Do you want to tell us more about that?
Yes. Okay. Right. So when the war started, we're obviously all shocked. And I'm from Belarus, and I'm, you know, if I would be born 100 miles to the left, I would be one of those girls, maybe standing on the border with the little baby in -10 degrees cold, and you know, having nothing to eat. And I clearly understand that and really feel so I've always felt very passionate, not passionate, I don't know, emotional about it. I wanted to help people. And as much as we could help with donations and sending food and clothes and blankets to that, I just don't feel that it's enough. It's needed, but it's not enough, because if you've got the people there, they do need food, but it doesn't fix their lives. It doesn't fix you know, them in half a year, you know, and they just can't forever live in those warehouses sleeping on the mattresses. They need to start their new life. So when our government announced that they will be able to bring some Ukrainian refugees to the country, I thought, okay, well, this is the time when I can really help. And what I would like to do, I would like to help 100 people to find a safe house and the job in England, in UK. So I'm collecting at the moment the requests from the application forms from the Ukrainian beauty therapists. And I'm collecting the application forms from the salon owners who wouldn't mind to employ the Ukrainian beauty therapist. And I'm trying to think how to pair them up. At the moment, we've got, the government didn't open the scheme when they would allow refugees to live in regular people's houses. So at the moment, only those people who are sponsored could come to England. So if a Ukrainian person knows somebody in UK, they will put the details of this person on the application form, visa application form, and they will come and they will be living with this particular person. So what are we doing right now? I've rented already one house in Manchester, and today I've been to another viewing of another house in Wilmslow. So I'm looking at the big houses I can rent where I could put is the right way, accommodate Ukrainian beauty therapists with kids. So when they will be applying for a visa, they'll put my name there and they put this address as their address. When they come here, I will help them to get the school for the kids. If they're small kids, we can think of the nanny options or get them into nursery, and then we'll find them jobs. So that is the current plan. Later on, when more people will come and they will live across the country at somebody else's houses, then I will have actually more opportunities for the beauty salons to find them an employee. Because if say, for example, you live in Yorkshire, at the moment, I'm not in the position to rent a house in Yorkshire because I won't be able to look after their house. Most of those houses, they're unfurnished. I need to prepare the furniture to make sure they're clean. I need to deliver some food there. So I'll just doing it locally in Manchester. But later on, I can offer some really great quality workers to UK beauty salons. So yeah, if Katie, your salon, or if any of your friends or any of the listeners, if you're considering employing Ukrainian beauty therapists, and I can guarantee that most of the girls are doing an amazing work. The standards of beauty are really high there. If they do nails, they're doing fantastic nails. The lashes, they're fantastic lashes. Yeah, just submit your application form on our Instagram page, in the bio of our Instagram page, and I will get in touch with you as soon as I get some suitable people who could work in your salon.
That's absolutely incredible that you're doing that. Like, it's actually giving me shivers, like so amazing. And yeah, like, it's without a doubt I would 100% have someone. So obviously I know you're in Manchester at the moment, but when it does spread further afield, 100% obviously count me in. And I'm sure loads of listeners will reach out as well. What's the Instagram page for that? And we'll also put it in the show notes so people can just click and have a look on.
It's Ukrainian _beauty _UK. Ukrainian beauty UK, yeah. Yeah, the little issue that many of those girls won't speak English. And this is something that we need to be supportive about and help them to learn the language. Because I myself, when I came to England 12 years ago, I didn't speak English. And, you know, look at me now, I'm employing 70 people. So I think if we'll help and be supportive and be patient, I think we can make a real difference to these people's life. And then let them, you know, live a nice 3 years in England and probably go back home when it's all over, if it's going to be over.
And, you know, even for the beauty industry, like, it's a real good opportunity for them actually, because recruitment here is dried up. Like, people are struggling for therapists and lash artists, and, you know, especially those that want to employ their teams. And we all know the work ethic of the women out there and the standard of work. I mean, we even know that from lash competitions and all sorts.
Yeah.
So if you had the opportunity for someone to work in the salon like that, giving them an opportunity, and actually you have an opportunity of having someone that's really hard work ethic in your salon, it's a win-win.
Yep. And another thing, Katie, what I'm a great believer in our industry, it's our talent is creating the demand from the public. So say, for example, if I'm doing really amazing lashes and somebody who never ever had their lashes done before will have her lashes done with me, there is a high chance that her other friends who will see her lashes will come for the same treatment, even if they are not generally those people who are going for beauty treatments. So if you've got the good skill, you'll create the demand because people will see the results of your work on somebody and then they will want this treatment. So we can almost shake the beauty market a little bit, and those people who never had their treatments done start going to the salon and start having their treatment done because we are so great. So I'm pretty sure that we will not we will always be able to get clients for those girls.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Hanna, thank you so much for coming on today. It's been a pleasure having you back after 2 whole years. It's been amazing hearing your story, and I'm sure everyone's going to be motivated by this, especially the mamas out there. So yeah, thank you very much for giving up your time.
Thank you so much, Katie, and congratulations once again on your pregnancy. How exciting.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. Bye-bye.